All right, here's a little bit of homework help on this set of problems on lesson 2.8. And I just picked some problems from your textbook. This is problems 37 through 39, and then we'll take a look at number 42. So in this set of problems, of course, you're looking at this graph that's given in your book. And on number 37, we want to pick the line, and it looks like there's 5 different lines graphed here. We want to pick the line that would be parallel to y equals 2x minus 3. Well, this line that is y equals 2x minus 3, of course, has a slope of 2. And so we need to determine which of these lines labeled as L, N, P, Q, and R, which one of these would have a slope of positive 2. Well, process of elimination, we definitely can toss these out because these have negative slopes. So we're looking for one of these, either P, Q, or R, and the one that has a positive 2 slope would have to be parallel. All right, so let's see if we can determine the slope for line P. All right, so I'll just go from this point to this point. That's up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. So it looks like we found it. If we try to do the slope of Q, that's up 1, right 2. So that's a slope of 1/2. And then this one, line R, would be up 1, right 3, slope of 1/3. So the answer for number 37 is going to be line P. All right, so in this same graph, let's see if we can identify the line that would be perpendicular to this line, y equals 1/2 x plus 7. So to be perpendicular, we're looking for a line that has a slope of negative 2. All right, so for this time, we can eliminate these other 3, P, Q, and R, because they all have positive slopes. So it's got to be one of these other 2, either L or N. So let's see, going from this point to this point, for example, that's up 2, left 1, down 2, right 1. So it looks like it's going to be line L. Line N, if we were looking for its slope, it's up 1, left 2. That would be negative 1/2, but it has to be the opposite reciprocal. So for number 38, our answer would be line L. And then for 39, we're looking for, could be multiple lines that intersect but are not perpendicular to y equals 1/2 x minus 5. So in this case, we're looking for lines that do not have a slope of 1/2. Okay, so they can't have a slope of 1/2 because those would not intersect. Those would be parallel. And then we also do not want any of these lines that have a slope of negative 2 because that would make them perpendicular. All right, so we know line L is out. So let's see if any of the others. We know line P has a slope of positive 2, so line P will be included in this group. Okay, so basically it's any of the lines that do not have these slopes. So it looks like we include P, we have to exclude L, and so it's going to be basically the other 3. Line Q, of course, that has a slope of, looks like up 1, right 2. That's positive 1/2. So that's okay. Actually, line Q, let me do that again, up 1. Yeah, so line Q would not be one of the lines. All right, let's take a look at R. Up 1, 1, 2, 3, up 1, right 3. That's a slope of 1/3, so line R would be okay. And then let's see what else we got. We haven't looked at line N yet. That's a negative slope, so that would be up 1, left 2. That's negative 1/2, and that's okay. So we just identified the 3 lines that cannot be parallel or perpendicular. All right, so your answer for number 39 are those three lines, P, R, and N. Any of those three. All right, and then I just want to take a look at number 42 because this is a linear equation form that we didn't deal much with. And so in case you're interested, sometimes you learn this in Algebra 1. So this is called point slope form. And the equation here on the left is in point slope form. So the only difference really is, actually they're both in point slope form. We look for slope by looking at this number in front of the parentheses. So the slope of the line, this first line would be positive 3, and then the slope of this line would be negative 1/3. So just a little bit different way of identifying slope in this form. But the truth is still the same, that perpendicular lines have slopes that are opposite reciprocals of each other. And that's what we have here. We have two numbers that are opposite reciprocals. So for number 42, your answer should be that they are perpendicular. All right, so I just wanted to run that by you because we didn't really spend a whole lot of time on this form in class, just touched on it at the very end. But that's how you identify slope in this particular form. All right, I think everything else was pretty straightforward, but if you have any questions on any of the problems, you're welcome to come by and see me. I will see you next time.